They have lost their fracking minds. From MorePegasus, what has happened? What's happened since yesterday? I know a couple of things. Let's get into it. I really need to stop watching YouTube. Maybe I just need to, like, only react to stuff. Because I see too many things. I get spoilers. I get spoiled on the things. I want to have a genuine reaction.
Welcome back to a series so powerful, the Blue Eyes White Dragon subscribed. In today's video,
That's crazy.
Hassan fans are now crying about racism. Hassan is now being excluded from appearing in his friends' sponsorships.
Fucking, like, good. Because he's gonna lose them sponsors.
He continues to cosplay Luffy from One Piece, literally the opposite of all his values, by the way. A new Hassan supporter has completely destroyed his reputation by quote-unquote joking about dead kids and doubling down on it. Also, spoilers, doesn't really seem like a joke.
Yeah, also, friends with Hassan. Also, said people with money, or without money, were broke and losers and things like that. He doesn't like poor people, which is most people.
Ethan Klein is being canceled for celebrating the 4th of July and liking America. His beef with the #1 Hassan.
Yeah, you can't actually like good things. That's illegal to the left, to the insane left.
Simp Taylor Lorenz continues. Subscribe and thank
Dude, a lot of updates in this one.
the Lord you were born at the right time in history to witness the most epic series in all of human existence.
Some would say the most diabolical.
Now let's begin. A quick recap, Hassan pulled out a gun on his stream trying to threaten a viewer. Since then, Hassan and his fans have been comparing him to Penguin Zero, who
Even though that's like, okay.
Who also showcased his guns to Sneeko to educate him about images. The context
Yeah, it literally, he wasn't doxing and threatening somebody.
was very different. So here we have a Hassan fan who tweeted, they're using the classic skin tone card. And then we got this picture. We got Penguin Zero at the top, we got Hassan at the bottom, and then we got this sort of racism card where if you're white, it's okay, and if you're a darker skinned person, it's not okay. And then we got Asmund.
But he's literally like in the white people category. Okay. So this means nothing.
Gold, Ethan, legal mindset, destiny. Basically just calling everybody racist for not thinking these two situations are the same. Now, the funniest thing about this is that if you look at the color profiles here, Hassan literally falls at the top end of this color scale. Unless you're literally colorblind, obviously these colors do not apply to Hassan. He's more like somewhere between here and here. And that is obviously due to the lighting in his room as well. So he might be more up here as well. I don't know. People responded, Hassan keeps saying he's white, but he's really not perceived that way. He's an other in any meaningful sense. My take is that he's
No, I think that he's a white dude covered in pubes.
not only perceived that way by bad faith actors, since whiteness is a concept, he fits the description in pretty much every way, except when it's convenient for racists to use it against him. Oh, no, you've got this all wrong. This is a classic case of Schrodinger's Turk. This is not other people changing his race. This is Hassan flip-flopping between white and person of color like a
Yeah, he's gonna be whatever he needs to be to stay on top of the narrative.
fucking light switch. Hassan is Turkish only when convenient, Muslim only when convenient. Otherwise, he is white in all other situations.
And also a capitalist.
This guy will literally shapeshift and color change like a damn chameleon. I don't think even he knows what he is. He's like whatever is suitable to the current situation.
Yeah, exactly. The only thing that he cares about is the things that he likes and the things that he can buy with money. He likes money because he's a capitalist.
And whatever will get him the most points with the internet.
Yep.
Hassan is white as hell.
Internet points equals more money and more power and more fame.
Yeah, I know, I'm just memeing. Yeah, by the way, they're completely lying. They're not memeing. They right after this responded, while you're here, donate to the legal funds of the 3 women multimillionaire Ethan Poopy Klein is targeting with frivolous lawsuits. Ah, yes, the classic strategy of say something dumb, and then when you get called out, I was just memeing, guys. I was pretending to be regarded, even though I'm literally promoting the GoFundMe of the 3 people who literally violated copyright law and are justifiably being
You know, I'm here for it. Go ahead. Go ahead and give them money. Because that's just the money that they're going to have to use to pay Ethan.
sued. Then this person responds, also thank you all so much for giving me a giant list to go through and block. This is literally a meme and you losers are taking it seriously. Go touch grass. Yeah, if it's a meme, why are you in the replies arguing with literally everybody how Hassan fits like this profile? Wait.
Yeah, it's like somebody who wants to leave an entire paragraph, multiple paragraphs, telling me that my content is useless and it's shit and that I should go neck myself. And I'm just like, well, if it was all that useless and you didn't care, why'd you have to write me a whole story?
You guys, I thought the president made memes and comedy legal again. What happened? A lot of you are getting really upset about jokes. But who has a banger 800k plus view tweet? That's right, I do.
Oh my god, no way. You can't be serious. This guy's actually bragging about going viral on Twitter with one tweet. Oh.
Yeah, and also, did you see the interaction? Getting views does not mean that you did good and that you're awesome and based. It just means that a lot of people saw it. That's literally all that happened.
Yo, how clout hungry can you be, bro? Oh my god, he's gonna cream his pants when he realizes he's in a Pegasus video, bro. This is like the most amount of attention you'll ever get in your entire life. Please cherish it. You're all saying the exact same thing too. It's like a hive mind. Have you seen Hassan's fan base? Like, what are you
They all say the same things over and over again.
talking about? This is hilarious as my meme post surpasses.
I bring up my comments a lot, but like, you look down in my comments and all the people that are hating against me, they're all saying the same shit.
1 million views. You milady ass losers are furiously spamming the community note to tell everyone that it's obviously a meme, which is obvious. Thanks for the eyeballs, lol. Now you're getting ratioed here.
Lamau, I should get verified and start farming all of you losers. I wake up and this stupid freaking tweet is at 2.3 mil. What's that, like $20?
No, actually, that's not $20. Not even on Twitter, I don't think. It's actually $0 because you're a broke loser on Twitter, dude. He didn't threaten his viewers and dox him, you goof.
Also, you can't make money unless you're verified on Twitter. Come on.
Yeah, obviously this person is completely ignoring the context of both situations, which were completely different, as I explained in previous videos. Oh my god, I clicked the hidden replies, and he's hidden everybody that is actually pointing out the truth. You're regarded. Moist did it on YouTube, and educationally, Hassan did it on Twitch with intent as a threat, and it was classic Hassan fan being a complete moron. But let's move on to Hassan being a brand risk. Apparently, he's like banned from appearing on his friend's sponsored streams. Looks like AT&T might have requested that Hassan not be shown on their sponsored Emiru Extra Emily segment at the Anime Expo.
And frick you, Hassan.
You see, that's what I'm saying. These people are directly fucking connected. All of them. All of these streamers. Asmongold is even connected to Hassan Piker. It's crazy. He's like, Asmongold is friends with Emmy. Emmy is friends with Extra Emily. And Extra Emily is friends with Ludwig. And Ludwig's friends with Hassan Piker. And I think Extra Emily is friends with Hassan Piker. It's crazy how closely connected all these people are.
They said if we run into him, it's okay, but yeah, we need to do our own thing.
Okay, that's fair.
Yeah.
I mean, WATNT. I feel like this is what more brands need to start doing. Distance yourself from a fucking terrorist supporting freak. Good shit, so corporations now know not to touch this guy with a 20-feet pole. I hope more companies start waking up and doing the same. First domino, companies—
Yeah, they don't want drama YouTubers to make a whole bunch of videos about them, how they are supporting terrorism. They really don't want Hassan to be talked about in the mainstream news media. Also with their name right next to them. You don't want that.
These are starting to notice. Yeah, we need the next domino to be Amazon because Twitch needs to be held accountable. Also, we have this picture of Hassan cosplaying Luffy from One Piece again. This is not a very good cosplay, but the hat sort of gives it away. Now, if any of you haven't watched One Piece, it's a very good show. It's about Luffy, this kid who wants to become the Pirate King and find this legendary treasure called the One Piece. And basically, he sails the 7 seas and finds a bunch of friends. He changes a bunch of lives. Generally, he's a good-hearted guy and he tries to help people. Now, the reason Hassan likes to compare himself to Luffy is because he thinks that he's fighting against oppression and he's like some sort of weird freedom fighter. Technically, in the One Piece universe, Luffy does break the laws and commit crimes. But of course he does. It's literally an anime. It's like saying, damn, Naruto really killed that guy? That's kind of legal, bro. But yeah, basically Luffy—
Dude, yeah, this whole thing is so stupid with him comparing himself to Luffy. Why Luffy? He compares all these people with Luffy. That one terrorist guy, the Houthi guy. He said that he's like Luffy. It's so weird. Do they actually think this about themselves?
Luffy stands for like freedom, justice, friendship, and Hassan thinks he's somewhat similar in that sense. Even though the only thing Hassan actually stands for is literal terrorist organizations. He thinks the...
It's funny that NMP was there watching that. And yeah, he didn't like it, he was against it, but he's not that against it.
Actual real-life Houthi terrorist is a freedom fighter as well, and he legitimately thinks he's like this really brave guy standing up against the tyrannical government, the oppression. Brother, this is not an anime. You can't just straight up break laws and shit. You actually will go to prison. The funny thing about Hassan's cosplay is that Luffy would beat the shit out of the leaders he glazes up if this were the One Piece universe. Oh, absolutely. He does not embody any of the values that Luffy does. Luffy, for one, always stands by his friends. Meanwhile, Hassan, you know, when his friends are getting sued, he ain't donating a penny. He ain't giving them a dime of his little socialist money. Anyways, let's move on.
Yeah, you think that Luffy would be riding around in a Porsche? No. He's got that shitty little pirate ship.
To yet another Hassan supporter, NMP. Now, basically, if you didn't know, there was recently a flash flood situation in Texas where a bunch of people ended up dying and going missing. A very tragic situation. And NMP, the absolute jokester, decided this would be hilarious to joke about. You know, dead children, peacock.
Dude, the people talking about this on threads. Hold on. I'm just gonna go to it. Like, everybody's just kind of blaming everybody for it. There are some people that aren't. There's some good people in here. Usually, you know, people with names like this. It's a certain type of person that is actually being real about all of this. This might be AI. People are talking about cloud seeding that caused the Texas flood. That they're like actually saying that the government caused it. Yeah, this is the main thing people are talking about. Officials worried about their own political skins rejected much-needed flood warning system. All right, let's get out of that. People are insane. That's not even the most insane. I just am not logged in, and I'm not going to log in here.
Comedy. So he ended up saying that the world sucks because AI is advancing and then the children have nothing to live for and I guess they're better off dead. And then he ended up doubling down on it. Not even funny jokes, just absolutely awful shit. Now, little background on NMP. He's not really a Hassan orbiter, so to speak. He's more like Ludwig, right? He has his own career. It's not like a Frogan situation. But he still supports Hassan and collabs with him and is friends with him, supports his politics, says he agrees with Hassan's politics. You might...
No, he doesn't. He doesn't. I mean, he says that, but he doesn't agree with them. He actually doesn't know. He's watched a couple videos and disagreed with his politics, but still pretends.
Know him from the terrorist propaganda clip or the Hezbollah clip where he sort of just sees that Hassan is extreme as hell, but he doesn't actually care. And as I predicted, the downfall of each and every Hassan supporter is happening.
Guys, this Austin, Texas is the boys, you know.
You know, like 25 people have died in Austin because of the rain today?
I thought you were going to say about, seriously? There's no fireworks. Wait, hold on. Wait, what?
Like 25 people have died today because of this storm.
How can you possibly have died from this?
The drought?
Floods. Yeah. They're flash floods.
Well, just stand up here.
I think it was way more than 25. Yeah, because this 20 children missing, I'm pretty sure that a lot of those ended up being found not alive anymore.
Like, what are you talking
No, like
about?
there are like 13 confirmed people dead and like 12
really?
like campers are lost right now from
Way
a
more
summer
than
camp
that.
nearby.
Campers? Is
Yes.
it children, Wake?
Younglings, Nick.
Okay. They don't have much to live for anyways. It's okay.
Wait, they have their whole lives ahead of them.
Yeah.
What? Their whole lives, Bree?
Their
That's gonna
entire
Bree.
lives.
When they're older, every job's gonna be AI. Everything they learn is on ChatGPT. There is no future.
You know what,
The
you're right.
people aren't producing anymore.
Yeah, you're not.
So I actually don't think that this situation is all that big a deal. Very stupid to say. Very stupid to say on stream. Very, very stupid to say on stream. Like, I don't think you should be saying this live on stream, but I don't think he was thinking about that because it seems like they were all drinking and they were all drunk. And it sounds like something that me or one of my friends would say when we're all shit-faced around a campfire or something. You know? That's what this seems like. And like, bro, come on. How you gonna be so stupid? I think that you just don't need to be drinking alcohol on stream. I think that needs to stop. because it's just causing problems for these people. Or they can keep doing it and keep causing problems. I mean, that gives me something to talk about.
Okay.
So let me get this straight. This guy specifically asks, is it children that are dead? And then says that, I guess they don't have much to live for. Are you fucking stupid, dude? Kids literally have the most to live for, the longest life remaining. That is why it is way more tragic when kids die compared to like 100-year-old, because of course, you know, that is still sad, but they have lived a more full life. And what a horribly pessimistic view of the world. This is kind of what happens.
I don't think he actually thinks that. I think it was just a really, really bad joke. And I don't care about shutting jokes down. Like, I don't care about canceling somebody for a joke that they told and it was bad. You know? Just, if you don't want people to shit all over you, it better be a good fucking joke.
When you subscribe to Hassan's branch of politics, where basically everything is doom and gloom, the world sucks, everything sucks, life sucks, I hate everything, nothing is gonna get better. Now, obviously, things can be bleak, and you know, it is pretty scary, the AI revolution and stuff like that, but you gotta have some faith, alright? You gotta believe in the human spirit, you know, believe that we will conquer whatever challenge we have in front of us. Yes,
And believe in the Lord and Savior, Jesus Christ.
it's going to be tough, but you know, we have nuclear weapons and we haven't blown ourselves up yet. You know, it seems we do have some capacity for control, but this isn't even about optimism versus pessimism. This is more like, it's just sickening because he's immediately justifying the death of random children who did not deserve it, by the way, as a complete random flash flood. I mean,
Yeah, I don't think so. I don't think he was justifying it. I think he was just saying some stupid shit.
can you imagine how the families feel? Like how the moms, the dads, like not a shred of empathy here. 0% iDubbbz. So anyways, after this one,
That is pretty funny. It's like all these people that talk about empathy and like who you can and can't joke about. And then they turn around and say some dumb shit like that. Then they're just like, I'm sorry guys, I'm sorry. I'm sorry everybody, I will do better next time. If I said some dumb shit like that, you better believe I'm not gonna be apologizing when everybody's freaking out. I'll be like, yeah, I probably shouldn't have said that, but it was jokes. It wasn't funny. Like, I'm sorry it wasn't funny. I'd apologize for that.
one of his friends immediately calls him out and, you know, tries to de-escalate the situation.
Look at everyone. How depressed is everyone these days? They're screwed.
Guys, I think they're having a great time. The rain is getting to our heads, okay? We need to calm
Yeah, it's the rain. The rain's getting to your heads.
down,
Not
all
the
right?
booze.
Light at the end of the tunnel, Nick.
What light? What light?
Fireworks.
No, it's not lighting.
This guy has one divorce and he acts like his whole life's falling apart.
Stop it.
Right, so even your friends realize that, okay, that shit's super messed up. Like, oh, the rain's getting to your head. Spoilers, no, the
Yeah, it's the rain. Totally.
rain did not get to his head. He's just an idiot. And basically, this NMP guy recently has just been crashing out over absolutely everything. And some people are theorizing it's because, you know, he's currently going through a divorce and like legal proceedings. Apparently, his ex-wife, Milena, was a huge part of his stream. And now she's taken like 50% of his assets. Now, the funny thing is,
Yeah, funny how that works. Like, I saw it coming, man. This chick seems like she's fucking crazy. She always did. Even when she was joking, she wasn't really joking a lot of times. She was saying something serious as a joke, because that was just part of her personality, which I thought was pretty entertaining. But I also wouldn't be married to her, because fuck that.
a lot of people say that she actually deserves even more than that because apparently she was a central part of his stream and made a lot of jokes there. They sort of streamed together and she helped build up his career.
Yeah, her being insane and dumb and somehow smarter than an MP in most situations was extremely entertaining. I used to watch an MP right around the time he started hanging out with a bunch of Asian girls, and I was just like, all right, this is getting really weird.
I don't know too much about it, but that seems to be a source of stress for him. There's like a bunch of weird legal shit going on, but I don't really care. You know, good on her for getting away from this freak. Now, the worst part are his responses because he just says the dumbest shit. So here we have him on Reddit responding, "You got me, LSF." This is livestream fails where his clip got posted. "Never seen an entire Reddit self-report that they've never had friends before. Whoa, dark joke. Oh man, this guy's the devil. Milena deserves 100%. I hate this guy. Oh my god. God, get him. Holy frick, how do you wake up every day knowing full well you are LSF users? I couldn't do it. Props, I guess. Stronger than me. By the way, here you are on Reddit, literally responding, that which makes you an LSF.
Bro, every step of the way. Like, I can get doubling down, but don't go to Reddit and do it. Just, like, make your statement, apologize for it being shit, and move on. That's all you had to do. You shouldn't have doubled down on that. Oh God, these people are retarded.
LSF user. You are literally terminally online, like you're a streamer and you're responding to random comments here. Also, he calls it a dark joke, but if you look at the clip, there was no joke there. You were justifying the death of children immediately after a tragedy and then complaining that you got backlash. What a complete moron. And the worst part is, you will see how fucking snaky this guy actually is. Apparently, he actually publicly posted an apology after this, but in his Discord, secretly, he posted that he doesn't actually care, and he basically only posted the
Absolute piece of garbage moron. Like, why would you do that? It's so dumb. Discord is a public platform too, even if it's private. People can get in there. People can see it. People know their ways around it.
public apology to save face. Absolute snake scumbag, just like Hassan. So anyways, this like news...
Just like Hassan, just like Ludwig, all of them. It's all fake. They're all fake. They don't care. It's just all about the money and having a good time.
Account posted that clip of him, and then NMP blocked him. So they responded, NMP, since you blocked me, I'm sure you're blocking plenty of others too. Let's be clear about this. This isn't dark humor. Making jokes about missing children and grieving families who've lost everything isn't edgy. It's disgusting.
Get out of here with that shit. Nah, I ain't about that. Fuck, I don't know whose side I'm on here. I don't want to be on NMP's side, but there's a bunch of fucking morons telling him that he can't make jokes even if they're bad. Even though they're bad. Like, come on. Get out of here. It's disgusting. It is disgusting, but what you mean by disgusting is don't say jokes. Even if they turn out to be really shitty jokes. No, I'm not about that.
It's not comedy, it's cruelty.
It's words. How is that cruel?
You know exactly what you're doing. This isn't some throwaway moment art on the internet. It's real life.
What? He said a thing on the internet. What is MorePegasus gonna say? Whose side is he gonna be on this one? Because I am not on this Raw's alerts.
47 people confirmed dead, including innocent children. It's like more now, I think. And more than 27 young girls are still missing from a summer camp. Families in agony, not knowing if they'll ever see them again. Nothing funny about this, never was. And the fact that you double down, mock the backlash, and try to hide behind irony only makes it worse. This isn't trolling, it's a slap in the face to the victims, their families, and every person trying to help in the middle of this nightmare. And
I don't agree with that. I don't agree with any of that. Because, you know, it's just jokes. It's just words on the internet. And if he was like saying that directly to the people, then I could get it. I could get on board with canceling this guy. But no, all that was bullshit. This whole situation's bullshit. Everybody's freaking out over nothing. Like, this is what we're freaking out over instead of what's actually happening in Texas. We're worried about what some random streamer had to say while he was drunk with a bunch of idiot friends. Like, come on. Let's get real about this whole thing. The internet is not real.
then he posted a screenshot of this guy blocking him. It's still free speech whether you agree with it or not. Nobody's... What the heck? Dude, Twitter people are so stupid, bro. Like, nobody brought up free speech. We're just saying you deserve to be criticized for being an idiot. That is our free speech.
Yeah, but there are a lot of people, like Raw's Alerts, that don't want people to be saying these things. Because if it would have been funny, nobody would be mad. That's what I'm saying. People would be mad, but nobody would care. Like if Shane Gillis said something about them, it'd probably be funny, and nobody would care.
Right, so then he started beefing with Donut Operator.
Oh, damn it. Why would you do that?
So Donut Operator posted this tweet, "We were in the mud looking for bodies all day. Great joke, F word, NMP lol." Now,
You see, that's how you be funny, man. That's how you get a joke.
NMP responded with this tweet, "My joke went too far. My bad. Some hit, some miss." And he posted himself in like a dress. I don't know what is this. Again, a horrible attempt at humor. And then they blocked him. He responded, "Effing loser." He's still responding to random people on Twitter. A joke should have never been made in the first place. Effing dumbass.
Disagree.
Thanks, Noah. I'll definitely take that into consideration next time. So Brandon Herrera posted this tweet. So Donut Operator and I spent 4th of July night out, talking with first responders along the river, getting a feel for what is needed on the ground. It's hard to express the level of devastation the picture.
Yeah, like what he needs to do is he needs to come out and say, like, I believe that making jokes about the situation is good. My joke, however, was very shitty, and I apologize. That's what he should say. And then leave it at that and don't respond anymore.
Pictures don't do justice to the scale of it. My biggest takeaway is how scattered the comms were. If you're planning to help, the biggest piece of advice is to have reliable shortwave communications, bring supplies. It's bad here, lots dead, plenty more missing, so keep prayers coming, and I'll post where to help as soon as it's clear what the best way to do is. And then he's attached some pictures here of just like the devastation that's happened. He's posted some updates from the flooding as well. I think we're going to help their fire department with fundraising. They lost a lot of essential equipment to the flood. Here we got a few.
Dude, Donut Operator, Brandon Herrera, Eli, all those guys, they're fucking awesome. Fat Electrician, they're fucking awesome. I love those guys.
More pictures.
Might actually be my favorite YouTubers. I think I might watch their content, mostly unsubscribed podcast, more than anything else on the internet. Except MorePegasus, of course. Watch them every day.
Just the damage is absolutely insane. Oh my god, dude. Right, so here we got one side who are actually helping victims of the situation. Then we got the other side, NMP, who's just making a joke about the whole situation. So he responded in his Discord, posted his tweets, bruh, this is 2025. What the frick? Yeah, Techie asked me, this is Tectone, asked me if I wanted to go shoot with him. The answer is definitely no. Yeah, the joke was bad, I'll give him that, but calling a 35-year-old man the F-slur in 2025 is wild. I feel like it's high school.
So, calling somebody it is worse than making fun of children that literally just died? Like, what kind of backwards clown world are we living in?
Oh, so you are more concerned about a slur, but instead you're making fun of dead children. I feel like one of those is worse, you absolute moron. Oh my god, his viewers are spam calling me blank and telling—
Dude, like, they can't help themselves, they just have to respond. Oh god, they're so terminally online, they're fucking cooked. These retards, they don't get it. Just say the apology and move on. You don't have to keep replying and then you go into the Discord. Come on. Telling
me to suck on a gun, lol, okay. Classic, say something completely stupid, get backlash from the internet, and then play victim. Oh my god, I'm getting so much hate. Like, then don't be an idiot. So Donut Operator responds—
Don't be an idiot. Don't respond. Like, why are you responding to random people? You're making it worse.
Once again, OTK Network tips out, these are the kind of people you like having around, joking about the situation, then doubling down on it, then only apologizing once they're called out. Took this picture today, want to ask him if he's got some jokes about it, and then—
Dude, it's like so true. Oh, that's crazy. That's so sad.
And we just got this picture. Didn't realize NMP was a 13-year-old girl on Tumblr in 2025. Brandon Herrera responds, dude makes a shitty joke about dead kids, but plays victim about being called a name. Wild priorities.
Like, actually, so true. See, these people understand. Like, Brandon Herrera, Donut Operator, they get it. If the joke would have been funny, this wouldn't have been a big deal. And Brandon Herrera probably would have been laughing at that. Laughing at the funny joke. I honestly don't think that there could have been a funny joke said about this right now. Maybe in the future. But if it would have been good, it would have been good. And everybody would have acknowledged it and there would have been no hate. Like, fucking get real, man. Why you gotta respond? Don't even respond. Just let it all happen. Take the L.
Now the OTK CEO tips out dropped a response to the floods. Interesting timing considering NMP is going viral right now for allegedly being insensitive about the situation. Not allegedly, he was. He responds, the past few years it has been impossible to be on social media and avoid the tragedies and monstrosities in this world. I've seen, okay, a lot of bad stuff. God bless the families in the floods. We're not in the danger zone, but it's clear how catastrophic things were. Praying for those poor kids and parents. May we be spared from delivered the evils. Donut Operator responds, odd timing their bots. This is obviously, in response to the whole NMP situation. They're trying to make sure their org doesn't get any backlash. It's damage control, screw them. Right, so after being called out, Nick apologized, but just keep in mind, we're gonna look at the Discord message.
Like, these are all the same Hollywood celebrity types. They've just moved on to streaming. Like, they're just streamers now, instead of, like, actually people following pop culture celebrities like they did in the 2000s and the 2010s. No, we've moved on to streamers. And they're just as bad, sometimes worse, than Hollywood people. There's no telling what goes on behind the scenes.
Messages, so this is completely fake. Nick says, sorry guys, joke went too far. I wasn't fully aware of this situation. It's tragic what's happened. I'll be more mindful going forward. Hope everyone stays safe and dry in Texas. Okay, first off, this is a complete lie. Your friend literally told you about the situation, that children were going missing. Second off, it wasn't a joke. There was zero indication it was a joke. You literally just got caught and now you're trying to save face. So donor operators.
I think it was a drunken joke. I think he was playing a bit. He was doing a bit. He was playing a part, a role of somebody who believes that but actually doesn't believe it. I think that's what he was doing. But I also think that he is a massive fucking moron and doesn't believe anything, actually.
Responded again, he only apologized because I called his bitch ass out. And look at these messages. I apologize for nothing.
Yep. There you go.
Okay. Anyone upset is a pussy with no friends. I ignore your opinion and laugh at your failures. Right. So you apologize.
Yeah, anything gonna happen to somebody like this? I bet that if Asmongold would have made a joke, about these kids, he would have been banned. NMP? Not gonna get banned. No way. Not gonna happen.
Apologize for nothing, literally double downing and basically saying, oh, everybody's just stupid, and blaming other people for being upset about this. Absolutely disgusting, as expected from a Hassan supporter. And now you can see why this tweet absolutely means nothing when he's posted this in his Discord, basically saying that he's not sorry at all. Now somehow it keeps getting worse. This guy cannot shut up for the
Dude, like, what is wrong with this guy? I think his ex-wife took his brain in the divorce.
life of him. He responds, across all platforms, I'm doing better than ever. I've realized in my old age, Twitch isn't the only platform and I need to diversify.
It sounds like dude's worried about getting possibly permabanned with all of the rest of the leftist woke freaks that keep getting protected by Twitch.
My Instagram is at 105 million views, and my YouTube is at over 100 million. My last 3 Twitch streams have all touched 20,000 viewers, which is still crazy considering I'm horribly boring and old. So yeah, if you actually check all the analytics, I'm doing better than ever. Hopefully this helps. Getting downvoted to hell. Imagine replying to LSF and attempting to flex. What an absolute loser. By the way, just a reminder, this guy is 34 years old. Actually so pathetic. People responded because of Extra Emily. Yeah, I said it. Yeah, so NMP has this thing where he just brings on a bunch of girls on a stream, and essentially people are just watching him to, I don't know, see this weird sort of dynamic where he creepily just hits on every girl on his stream. Definitely not something a 34-year-old should be doing. For what
Definitely sounds like something a creepy 34-year-old would do, though. Somebody who wants to sleep with all these hot Asian girls but can't.
shall it profit a man if he shall gain the whole world and lose his own soul? No, don't try to put these quotes when you're talking to a Hassan supporter, please. Someone take away this man's shovel, digging a deeper grave. The absolute classic meme always applies. Now, Rev made a video about it, and I wanted to go over a few points here.
About 24 children, because unfortunately one of the places hit was a camp for young kids, and obviously this is very tragic. To add things to the already tragic situation, the social media reaction to this has been absolutely disgusting. You can see just one of many compilations of the totally normal people on Twitter.
I am glad that Rev got brought up in this because I didn't really want to touch on it because I didn't want to sign into Threads. But like, if you go over to Threads and just look up Texas floods, it's fucking insane over there. A lot of people are saying they deserve it. A lot of people are blaming the government. A lot of people are saying that we're controlling the weather to make it happen.
Celebrating
you see that
people died in these floods because they believe, for political reasons or policies made by the state of Texas, that these people deserved it, including children, by the way. These are the empathetic normal people.
Right, let's just check out some of these. Texas deserves every flood. God has spoken and it hates Texas. Cry harder, Texas deserves it. It's what Texas deserves. People in Texas voted for government. Dude, who cares? There's children dying. What the actual heck is wrong with people, dude? People are so politically brain-rotted that they think it's okay to justify the death of children because they, disagree with politics? Holy shit, man, this is pathetic. Like,
yeah, this is where we're at. This is where we're at. People are actually pro-terrorism. My power just went out. I don't know what just happened. All right, let's continue.
Of the totally normal people on Twitter celebrating that people died in these floods because they believe, for political reasons or policies made by the state of Texas, that these people deserved it, including children, by the way. These are the empathetic normal people.
Right, let's just check out some of these. Texas is...
Yes, all the people that have empathy. I wonder what Hassan's got to say about the Texas floods. Well, maybe you shouldn't have lived in Texas.
Every flood god has spoken and it hates Texas. Cry harder, Texas deserves it. It's what Texas deserves. People in Texas voted for government. Dude, who cares? There's children dying. What the actual heck is wrong with people, dude? People are so politically brain rotted that they think it's okay to justify the death of children because they, disagree with politics? Holy shit, man, this is pathetic. Like, basic human decency should come first. And I'm starting to think the reason NMP said that shit, this is just a theory, is because he is exactly like some of these people here who doesn't care about people on the other side of politics.
100%. Exactly. You are correct. That's why he was okay with making the joke.
We have a tweet where he gets called out for his Kamala Harris sponsorship.
Oh, wow. I didn't know that happened. That makes total sense.
You know what's funny? I don't want to be like a jackass or anything, but remember I did that Harris campaign because that's who I voted for. And remember when she lost? I had people on Twitter being like, "Ha ha, you lost, ha ha," and I'm like thinking to myself, "Moron, this is gonna benefit me financially way more than it's gonna benefit you. Why are you bragging, idiot?" You know? And
yeah, that's all that he cares about is money. It's like, haha. Well, joke's on you. I'm fucking rich.
It seems to be the case because I clear $1 million a year. You know, and it's like how dumb are you?
That's what he bases his life on. That's what he bases a successful life on. How much money you have. Well, how's that going for him? Having all that money didn't stop his ex-wife from taking half of everything in the divorce.
Are you that you just voted in your own self-interest, like against your own self-interest? You know, when the egg prices go up, who does that affect more, me or you, buddy? And
oh, the egg prices. Oh, the egg prices. Oh no, they're gonna go up. I remember the egg prices. They used to be so cheap. My eggs are free, by the way, because they're chickens that lay the eggs.
And you know, and then they're just bragging. I'm like, God, this is insane. Like the crazies have taken over the crazy house, and they're just.
Oh man, the irony. He doesn't know. He thinks that he's not one of the crazies in the crazy house. He thinks he was one of the doctors, but really he's crazy. And everybody's just letting him play doctor.
Just running around rampant. I couldn't believe it.
Okay, so again, I don't really care about your politics or whatever. Again, not American. Don't live there. Don't care. You can support whoever you want. You can endorse anyone you want. I just find it funny, this whole...
If you say that, though, you're automatically a right-wing extremist. You have to be with them, or you are against them. Step out of line an inch, they'll have your head.
MP thing. You call people crazy while you support Hassan, probably the most extremist fuck to ever exist. And then you imply that kids are better off dead because, oh, the world is so bleak. It's just completely disgusting. And I don't know why he would even say that. Like over here, he's talking about like prices or whatever. If the world is doomed anyways, why even care about this with your own logic? Or is this a joke again? He was only pretending to be regarded, guys. And don't worry, all of the idiots are exposing themselves. We got
oh, bro, yeah. Yep, Destiny, here we go.
A Destiny here. I heard God necked those kids because they were using NordVPN promo code Destiny to get around the Texas ban.
See, I think that was an alright joke. That was kind of funny. Fucking insane thing to say, but like, it counts. I think it's okay.
My dark humor. Okay, guys, here's something you need to learn. Dark humor typically requires two things. Actual punchline, for there to not be an actual target. Joking about a fictional kid dying that only exists within your joke is dark humor. Joking about an actual child someone just watched drown is just evil and obviously is going to piss people off.
I also disagree with that.
I just feel like it's completely ridiculous to do this when you know people are suffering, you know people have had their lives turned upside down. I'm not saying you need to like actively talk about it, but just don't go out of your way to be such a scumbag. Apparently they're making fun of this person.
I mean, he is a scumbag, don't get me wrong, but I don't think making a dark joke about something that just happened makes you a scumbag. I think everybody's wrong about this. Anybody got, like, anybody who disagrees with this take? I don't know. Who agrees with it? Let me know down there in the comments. What is your take on all this?
Person hinting that it was caused by weather modification technology. I don't know, it still seems like in complete poor taste to me.
The question becomes, like, what is the punchline? If you're claiming this is a dark joke, what is the punchline? I'm not sure what it is here. Hearing that...
Nobody says that it's a good joke, okay? Nobody says that it's a good joke. Dude's just a massive fucking retard.
12 or 13 kids at that point have been killed by these floods. He basically says, well, they had nothing really to live for because AI is going to replace their jobs or something. Like, is that the...
It's pretty funny to say something like that and true. It's just the way that he said it and the attitude that he had when he said it was not good. And also the context of everything else around him and who he is and what he does. Not good.
The joke? I don't know. Kind of hard to say here.
There is no joke. That's the thing. He's literally just changing the story. There is zero way that can be interpreted as a joke. He's just revealing how he truly feels. His life sucks so bad that he thinks that other people also have nothing to live for. Newsflash, just because...
No, I disagree. I think he was trying to say a joke. He's just a retard and he's not funny. And he was trying to play a role. I do believe that. Because I know people who would do that.
Because your life sucks doesn't mean everybody else's does as well. And
I do think that is a big reason why he made the joke, is because his life sucks and he thinks that everybody else's life must also suck just as bad as his does.
I find it hilarious because this guy's like a professional bragger. He will always talk about how successful he is, how rich he is.
Yeah, people who have nothing else going for them will always talk about how much money they have.
Yet this is how he truly feels behind the scenes. Absolutely pathetic. Then he talks about like Nick's response and how he blocks people.
We have other screenshots like this where someone said, just seen the clip about the kids. Oh, Unc, what have you done? Where he replies saying, resident sleeper, grow up.
Ah yes, grow up. The 35-year-old man talking about dead children is telling other people to grow up.
Yeah, that I love that. I love that so much. Whining about somebody saying the F slur and telling people to grow up. I mean, like, grow up here, man.
Now, you remember how he was bragging about his views? Like, look at me, I'm so successful, I get so many views. Well, if you look at his channel on YouTube, it paints a completely different story.
And you can...
Yeah, that's what I was thinking when he was talking about how many views he had on YouTube. He's like, I got 100 million views. And I'm like, bro, I get like 100,000 views a month. Now I'm getting more than that. So I get 1 million a year. You get 100 million a year. You're only doing 100 times better than me. And I like calculating in my head how much 100 times better than me would look on YouTube. That's not that much. No, I don't know how he's a millionaire. Because he wouldn't be. He'd be like making over $100,000 a year, definitely. Not 1 million.
You can see the views on his videos. 36K, 16K, 64K, 44K, 51K, 37K. But he's saying, I have 100 million views, referring to the last month on YouTube.
Well, is he talking about a month? If he's talking about a month, that is quite a lot. But I don't think so. That doesn't look like 100 million views to me.
And looking at these, it wouldn't make any sense. Where is it coming from? It's coming from shorts. And if you look, you scroll for a bit, he's uploading like 5+ shorts a day, or his editor is, whoever's running this. And you can see the views, 400K right there, 220K.
Yeah, that's why I upload a lot of shorts, because they add up. They add up to a lot of views. That's a lot of eyeballs. But shorts isn't really going to be for making money or getting views. That's more for getting eyeballs on your content and getting subscribers. I think everybody who knows about NMP is already subscribed. I don't think he's going to be getting any more fans, especially with this kind of attitude.
430K, 430K again, 320, 3 blah, blah, blah. Some approaching over 1 million. But do you notice something that is common about every single one of these? Are you noticing a pattern about his shorts? It's all featuring his female friends and people he collaborates with, because it gets people to click on them. And hey, that formula works. It's a tale as old as time. It works, of course. But don't flex on Twitter about getting 100 million views on YouTube.
Yeah, I wonder why this one got 523,000 views
in a month, when it's all from YouTube Shorts practically promoting other people. They're the highlight of this, not Nick in this scenario. So I don't know why he's bringing that up to flex on Redditors of all people. Like, I don't know, it just screams insecurity to me. It's a weird thing to get so up at arms about.
Yep, this guy is absolutely insecure. He just wants to brag about his success to try to put other people down. And he basically wants to show people that, oh, look, guys, my life is so good. I'm doing so great. I'm so successful. Meanwhile, his outlook on the world is so bleak that he literally doesn't think kids should even grow up. And what a weird thing to brag about, like 100 million views, but it's all shorts. Like, they're not watching for you at all. It's literally all just girls that people are clicking for. You have a fan base of gooners.
Yes. Gooners and people who like girl drama.
You're bragging about it. I mean, honestly, if he's getting like, 20k viewers a stream or whatever, I don't know how these people are so bad at YouTube. It's like they're just not entertaining for, I don't know, YouTube long form content. It's like his viewers are not there for him at all and they just want to see like the hot girls and move on. Meanwhile, here was tech.
A lot of it is they're there for the chat too. They like to be in the chat and make fun of things and make fun of other people. That is a big part of it.
Tone's response, canceling stream today, gonna go help out with the disaster, fundraiser details coming soon, back tomorrow. Wow, look at the difference between the responses, my god. Here's what people are saying. Thank
What a monster Tectone is.
you, Brandon
Going to help
Herrera and
people.
Donut Operator, and all the first responders rescuing people who have been put in danger by these floods. He got pretty passionate defending himself when he was called out, saying Jobs and AI and ChatGPT were to blame. He was serious about what he said as it wasn't a joke. No wonder the dude's mom disowned his ass. Is that true? Damn. He's Hassan's friend. What do you expect? Legit reason why his Norwegian wife left him to get a dime a dozen generic Asian to fill out his content. People joking about currently happening tragedies will never make sense to me. It's all very personal to me. Horrible to hear how the death toll's risen.
Once again, disagree, but okay. Yeah, it's fine to have an opinion.
We need to have more compassion for each other. I mean, when you
That
have a
is true.
career as a streamer, I guess it completely desensitizes you. And that's not always the case, obviously, but to a lot of these people, it just turns them into complete freaks like Hassan. NMP is just a spineless baby. He never got the belt grown up for sure. Probably had to make the apology so his sponsors won't drop him. That wasn't a joke. When S-Fan said it was a joke and it broke the tension, look at Nick's face and how he said, he panicked for a while, then played along. I've seen enough of this guy to know when he's joking, no matter how cringe. But he was actually just having a chronically online moment, thinking others would agree with him. It was an effed up thing to say.
I think he was joking. I think he also believed it, and I think he was role-playing. I think he was role-playing as somebody who would say that out loud. And he does kind of think that. Like, he thinks things like that. Maybe not that exactly. It just kind of rolled off the brain, you know? It was just a very dumb thing to say because he says and does dumb things. I don't think he believes in anything. And I think he believes that everything... nothing is off limits because everything sucks. That's probably what he thinks. Because I know a lot of people that are like him, and they think that way.
Anyways, moving on to Ethan being canceled for celebrating the 4th of July. Basically, Ethan posted, "We love America. We got this psycho Hassan fan. 17 million Americans losing their healthcare, 150 billion to ICE, and then we love America. Ethan is just a conservative now." So wait, it's right-wing to like your own country and celebrate the 4th of July. What kind of dumb shit is this? Classic. Average Hassan support.
Yep, if you're not on board with everything that they gotta say, if you're not gonna step in line, if you're not gonna follow the narrative, they're gonna have your head. That's how it works. That's how they have built their system. That's how they run it.
Order logic. These people don't even treat conservatives as bad as they do Ethan Klein. They coddle right-wingers more than any other group. Yeah, because imagine hating the country that's allowed you to be rich and successful. What a conservative. I'm coining a new phrase, progressive privilege. All right, moving on to Taylor Lorenz.
I love that. Progressive privilege. That's what it is. All the people who are screaming white privilege are the ones that had the white privilege all along.
Friends, basically some quick
Privilege.
context. Taylor was messaging kids for her journalist thing or whatever, and she wasn't even getting consent from her parents, like super weird shit. She was also messaging kids in Roblox for a literal trolled story. Somebody sent her a story about protesters getting shot in Roblox, which is a meme, obviously. And then Taylor started actually reporting on it as if it was a real story. Taylor Lorenz's content cop is making waves again. Apparently she was like talking to kids when reaching out for journalism.
Taylor told Digiday that the parents of the teens she talks with for her stories, quote, often aren't fully aware, end quote, that she's in touch with them. Allow me to quote the
What? Well, this is an insane situation.
article. The biggest, most challenging thing about my job is getting teenagers to talk to me on my phone or having them let me into their house. A lot of kids
She's actually trying to pursue teenagers. What is wrong with this person?
don't want anything to do with it, especially if their parents aren't fully aware of what they're doing. Luckily for Taylor, quote, women have the advantage here. I think it's much easier for me to slide into these people's DMs in a non-threatening way.
She's trying to slide into the DMs of minors to talk to these teens without the parents' knowledge. What the fuck? Actual degenerate behavior. Actual pedo behavior. What is going on here?
Then from a male journalist in his 30s kind of DMing random teen girls. So I definitely use that to my advantage.
Yep, she is taking advantage of teenage girls.
Uses her gender and her well-developed social skills to establish connections with minors so she may mine them for material or as sources without their parental knowledge.
Dude, Taylor is an absolute creep, bro. Full-grown woman talking to kids without their parents' consent. I mean, I would absolutely not trust
Actually prefer it that way. She prefers it that way. And we've been saying this the whole time, that all these people are creepy and fucking weird.
her at all. Weird as heck. Like, imagine if a man did this shit and said, oh, well, it's for journalism. Such a flippin' weirdo, bro. Of course, that's like average Assad fan. How many times do I gotta say that, bro? Come on. Ethan calls her out. Taylor, when will you stop your creepy obsession with chatting up children without notifying their parents? We just want you to leave the children alone. Stop taking advantage of children.
That's all we ever wanted, just to leave the children alone. Why can't they? Why can't they just do it? It's not hard. It's not hard to just not talk to other people's children without the parental consent. Like, come on.
This is not normal behavior.
Who does that?
No lies being told here.
Pedos.
It's so funny that Ethan Klein sits on Twitter all day fuming, but he won't post on here because he knows he'd get ratioed. Taylor, your replies are off. Ay, ay, ay.
Dude, these people are fucking retarded. So retarded.
It's 3 a.m. in New York. Are your children texting Taylor Lorenz? Stay safe out there. Bruh, if your child sees this figure, they better run. Ethan's like her responding to the barrage of tweets from Taylor.
Ethan has been fuming over Hassan's media profiles, has been trying to land his own MSN profile.
He's a joke in the journal's group chats. The journalist group chats? You mean discussing how hot?
The journalists are all intermingling. They are talking to each other. They are crafting the narrative. Dude, journalists, I think, do not need to be talking to each other. That's how you get this creepy, weird stuff where you're all talking about the same story and then you agree not to talk about other parts. And then you all end up doing, like, creepy, weird stuff. Like, we have to go out on this mission. I know this thing is against the law, but we have to do it. It's for the good of the world. Fucking creepy, man.
Hassan is? My god.
Oh, you're an Ethan Klein stan.
Basic inability to grasp reality. I'm going to block you. Now, basically, Ethan
Why respond to these people? Why?
posted a picture of Ela and called her beautiful. Just calling him misogynistic again. According to Taylor, complimenting my wife is somehow misogynistic. This man loves his wife, therefore he hates women. This is what Snark Brain looks like, folks. It's tragic. It's obsessing over a specific person and contributing
Actually, if he loves his wife and hates women, that's completely fucking okay, and that's based. That is super based. You should only love your wife. Forget all the other women. Only your wife.
malice or ulterior motives to everything they do, no matter how innocuous it is. In this case, complimenting my wife, we rarely get such a prime example of Snark Brain. The desperate, obsessive, and massive reach of the insult really exemplifies the sickness.
They're just jealous of your happy marriage. Honestly. They just don't want anybody to be happy because they're miserable. They want everyone to be just as miserable or more miserable than they are.
Oh my god, this beef has been going on for so long. It's so good. Now, Ela responded to her, Dear Taylor, I like it when my husband compliments me. He's actually helped me boost my confidence. I've always loved that about him, but today I learned that's misogyny. Taylor, you're just a lonely-ass bitch with nothing better to do than chat up children in Roblox at 3 a.m. Get a life.
Fucking owned.
The happy wife of Ethan Klein. He also brought up this old tweet. Air conditioning is unhealthy, bad, miserable, and sexist.
I remember this. Air conditioning is sexist. Oh no. Oh no. What the hell are you talking about, you ultra retard?
I can't explain how many times I've gotten sick over the summer because of overzealous AC in the offices. Ban AC. Thank you, Taylor, for that drop of wisdom. The setting, New York City 2017, a posh modern office. It's 90 degrees outside and humid. Group of young professionals type away happy they've escaped the summer heat. Crash cut Sudan, 100 degrees. A group of malnourished children. Cut back to New York City. Taylor Lorenz sits at a desk sipping hot tea. Heavy sweater draped over a chair. She knows that they could be much more comfortable with it on. Yet it occurs to her, why should I be forced? Why should I be forced to wear a sweater and let them be hot? Taylor.
Yeah, she's actually upset that the temperature isn't exactly how she wants it everywhere at all times. Super entitled retard behavior.
In the act of ultimate bravery, marches towards the thermostat, turns it to a sultry 76 degrees. As she walks
72 degrees is racist and sexist. We have to set it to 76. That is the perfect temperature because that is what black people say they like it at. Even though I'm not black. By the way, that is a thing. Like, ask any college campus.
Walks back to her desk and hears applause as the ghost of Susan B. Anthony congratulating her. She sits back down at her desk, inspired by the great feminists that walked before her. Begins to draft the tweet. Oh my god, bro. Ethan is on absolute fire. Now click this video
These people
or your
are on
wife
fire,
leaves you
too.
like NMP.
All these weird woke leftists, they're all on fire. Everything is crashing around them. And it's wonderful. I love it. It gives me plenty of funny content to react to. I love it. Keep giving me more. I don't want this to end. Like and subscribe and hit the bell for all notifications.